Timmy Failure, Mistakes Were Made is a Disney film from 2020. This is directed by Tom McCarthy. It's written by McCarthy, Benjamin Pestana and Stephan Pastis. I apologise if I've mispronounced any of those names. And it's based on the story of Timmy Failure with a cast including Winslow Fegley, Ophelia Lovibond, Wallace, Shawn, Craig Robinson, Chloe Coleman and various others. Really solid cast. Great performances, visually stunning, really strong start, and I'll talk more about that in a moment, but I found the second half, roughly, to be really, really boring and not that engaging. We also have a random character in this, and the character doesn't add anything, and I don't see the point, but maybe the character adds something in the book and it just hasn't been adapted very well. I don't know, but I'll talk more about that in a moment as well. This is about a young boy called Timmy, and he has his own detective agency, and he also has an imaginary friend, and this friend is a giant polar bear. The polar bear is gorgeous. The visuals of the bear, I think they did a really great job with the character in terms of its appearance. It looks great. It serves no purpose. Now, this is obviously a film aimed at, well, family film, but certainly suitable for younger viewers. Is it just something fun to look at for younger viewers? Maybe. Does everything have to serve a purpose? Well, in my opinion, yes. Everything has to have some kind of purpose. And I don't think they did anything decent with this polar bear. It's just a missed opportunity. They could have done something great with it, but it wasn't very funny. It looks brilliant. It looks great. But I don't know if it serves a purpose in the book, but certainly in the film, it just seemed a little bit pointless. The story itself is about Timmy and his detective agency, and he takes on these cases while also dealing with some of his own problems and his own emotions. It had a very strong start. I really enjoyed getting to know Timmy. It was really creative. It was really fun and engaging. And the second half was just boring. Nothing was that interesting. It definitely wasn't funny or really very interesting at all. And it's a shame because the first half-ish was really, really strong. Not everything dropped off. The performances were still good. The characters were still well written and believable and likeable. The polar bear still looked great. Visually, it was still satisfying. But the story itself just became a little bit bland. And it's not unusual for films to be more fun earlier on and then they maybe get a bit more dark or serious as the film progresses. And it's not so much that it doesn't do that. It's more so the fact that what is presented is just not interesting. So it's kind of like a film of two halves, and that's a shame because the first half, apart from the pointlessness of the polar bear, but that being said, the polar bear can be a bit pointless earlier on, other than providing visual beauty, if it came to a purpose later on in the film, and I just never really saw that as being the case. So for me, I'm divided. I really don't know if I recommend this. No, yes, I do. I do recommend it. Because the first half is fabulous. Just bear in mind that you might like the second half, but I do personally think the quality really, really drops off. But it remains visually a very strong film. We have a great range of locations. The lighting is great. The performances are great. The characters are well written. It's just unfortunate that the narrative really starts to just dissipate not even towards the end. It is roughly about halfway through. Sure, check it out. Come to your own conclusion. I don't know if this is streaming anywhere at all. I had to pay to rent it because it's not currently streaming on any of the streaming sites in the UK. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not on Disney Plus. But do I recommend paying to rent it? At the time of recording, it's not tremendously expensive in the UK. So if you're curious, if you don't mind spending the money giving it a go, or indeed if it's on a streaming site near you, give it a watch. Let me know what you think. I don't mind having watched it, but I definitely don't think I'd watch it again.